What if the only way to beat death was to become so close to another person that you fight as one single soul? Feel the cold steel of a blade in your hand, the hot spray of blood on your face, the sweet rot smell of immortal flowers mixed with sweat and fear, and the heavy silence right before two hearts beat as one. That is the pulse of Hell's Paradise. Jigakuraku Season 2, Episode 7, Two People and One Person, which dropped on February 22, 2026, on Crunchyroll. We are now deep in the Lord Tensen arc. Last episode's brutal fight with Ran left everyone bleeding and desperate. This week the story splits the screen and shows what true partnership costs when gods stand in your way. You can already feel it in your chest, like two ancient warriors sharing one shield at Thermopylae, or brothers who once lost everything now refusing to lose each other again. The question burns inside you, will these broken humans stay too, or finally become one force strong enough to shake eternity? Right after the knife-edge battle with Ran, the story turns to the second team still deep inside Horai Palace. Gantetsusai and Fuchi run straight into Tao Fa, a Tensen whose attacks they cannot even see. At the same time, young Toma races toward his older brother Chobe, who has made a dark deal with the Tensen. Old scars reopen, hidden powers wake up, and two fierce fights explode at once. Sacrifices are made, bonds are tested, and the episode ends with everything hanging in the balance. Streaming only on Crunchyroll, this is the hour that proves some fights are won not by strength alone, but by refusing to fight alone. This episode is the perfect storm of action and heart. The pacing is tight and focused. Everything happens in one main area, so every punch and every word hits harder. It moves the story forward by showing how the two teams are fighting on different fronts at the same time. Key revelations drop quietly but shake everything. Why Chobe is standing with the Tensen, and how far he will go to protect his little brother. The biggest twist is not a new monster but the moment two people stop being two and start moving like one living weapon. Fans on Reddit and X have been asking the same cloudy questions. Why would Chobe side with the enemy, and how can anyone fight something they cannot see? The manga makes it clear without spoiling later chapters. Tao attacks are invisible to normal eyes, but true Tao sense lets you feel them like wind on your skin. Chobe's deal with the Tensen is pure survival math. Trade one fight to save the only family he has left. The cliffhanger is not loud explosions but the quiet terror of wondering who will still be standing when the dust settles. You will lean forward, heart in your throat, needing to know what happens next. This episode belongs to the brothers and the unlikely duo. Chobe and Toma's reunion cracks your heart open. The older brother who once gave up his own eye to save the younger one now stands ready to burn the world for him again. Their choices feel raw and real, turning past pain into unstoppable power. Gantetsusai surprised me most. The wild fighter who lives for the thrill rips out his own eye just to protect Fuchi. That single act shows a man who finally found someone worth bleeding for. Fuchi, always so cold and by the book, now risks everything because he wants everyone to go home alive. Every look, every shout, every step feels earned after everything the island has taken from them. The episode asks the oldest human question in the loudest way. How much of yourself will you give so someone you love can live? Two people and one person shows that real strength is born when you stop fighting alone. Two brothers become one blade. A wild man and a strict samurai become one shield. It feels like watching the Spartans at the hot gates. Tiny humans who refuse to break because they stand together. Hope wins not because it is bigger than despair, but because it refuses to stand alone. We learn more about the Tensen's hidden pain. They chase perfect immortality but can never reach it, and that frustration makes them hate humans even more. Horai feels more alive and cruel than ever, every hallway breathing with their anger. The lines are short but they cut deep. Chobe's quiet promise to Toma lands like a vow you hear in old war stories. Gantetsusai's roar when he tears out his eye stays in your ears long after the credits. No wasted words. Every sentence pulls you deeper and makes you feel the weight of every choice. Mappa is on fire. Art director Junichi Higashi paints the fights in wild colors. Bright flashes of Tao, deep shadows on faces, blood that looks too real. The animation is the best the series has shown so far. Every punch has weight, every dodge blurs with speed, every close-up on a trembling hand breaks your heart. Stillness during brother moments feels sacred. Wild movement in battle feels alive. Director Kaori Makita keeps everything in one place so the emotion never scatters. Low angles make the Tensen look like gods. Tight shots on eyes and hands make you feel the fear and love. The editing cuts fast when fists fly and slow when hearts speak. Perfect rhythm that keeps your pulse racing with the characters. Yoshiaki Maki Dua's music fights alongside them. Heavy drums pound like two hearts becoming one. A soft, sad string plays when the brothers remember their past. The silence right after a big sacrifice is louder than any scream. Tetsu Inada as Gantetsusai roars with pure wild joy and pain. His voice cracks when he gives up his eye and you feel it in your own chest. Aoi Ichikawa as Fuchi shows quiet worry that grows into real care. His steady lines become shaky at the right moments. Ryohei Kimura as Chobe and Kensho Ono as Toma play the brothers like two halves of the same soul. Their voices blend perfectly in battle.